Hey, what is going on, everybody? Zero here, back with some more Diablo action. Talking about Dagger of Darts. We're going to be talking a lot about Dagger of Darts for the next little while because I want to take it as far into Greater Rifts as I possibly can. I want this thing to be as beastly as possible. So, this first video, talking about Dagger of Darts, you're obviously going to see some Greater Rift footage, and we're going to go over the spec, we're going to go over the gear. We're going to go over this now. Again, I know I've covered it in the past, but some things have changed with 2.2. So we're going to get the gear and all that out of the way now so that in later videos we can just talk about minor changes in my gear setup and show mostly Greater Rift footage and just show off how strong the Dagger of Darts build really can be. Okay, so skills. Poison Darts, Snake to the Face. I know some people use Splinters. I think that's a giant mistake. Snake to the Face is 100%, in my opinion, the best rune that you can use for Poison Dart. Piranhas, Piranado. You can use Piranado for bunching things up. That is how Dagger of Darts really shines, when things are bunched up into one group and you just rip through it like nothing, like a hot knife through butter. Fetish Army, Legion of Daggers. I think that's pretty obvious. Everybody's using the same thing for that. I am using Acid Cloud with Lob Bomb. This is basically just a mana spender to get the 6-piece bonus out of Zuni's as much as possible. Has a good area of effect, so this is kind of like a very big key to the build, guys. Big Bad Voodoo, Slam Dance for just way more power when you need it. Spirit Walk, Jaunt, obvious. Graven Justice, Pierce the Veil, Fetish Sycophants, and Spirit Vessel. Obviously, we need Spirit Vessel in higher end Griffs. It's a free life. We really need this. Fetish Sycophants, obvious reasons. We need lots of fetishes. Pierce the Veil, obviously the straight up damage increase. And Graven Justice because we need our cooldowns, bros. Alright, let's get into the gear. Okay, so... coffee. So, I've had some bad luck with gearing this Dagger of Darts stuff out, guys. I've been searching for an Ancient Carnival for what seems like forever, and same with my Dagger of Darts. So, right now, that's really what I'm focusing on, those two ancient pieces, but I'm having some really bad luck with it, guys, okay? So let's get into it. We're talking Oghilds. We're going to go with the 2-piece on that, which will give us our 3-piece with the Ring of Royal Grandeur. Obviously, you want Ancients if possible. Shoulders, Int, Vite, Armor, Fetish Army damage, Bracers, Poison skills, Int, Vite, Crit Hit Chance. And that, of course, is going to give us our 3-piece with the Ring of Royal Grandeur. And now on to the Zuni's stuff, guys. The Zuni's. I still don't have an Ancient Zuni's chest. I just can't find one. Don't know what's going on. So we got Int, Vite, Fetish Army damage, and preferably Life After Kill on the secondary, guys. We've got the new gloves. Yes, the new Zuni's gloves. Intelligence, attack speed, crit chance, crit damage. You want trifecta on these guys. You really want them. For those of you that don't know, we are not using Tasker and Theo, and we are not using the Mask of Jerem, so we really don't have to worry about not having to run those with the 6-piece Zuni's. We don't use it anyway in this build because the attack speed from the TNT does not help our pets shoot darts faster. They shoot when we do, therefore the added pet attack speed doesn't matter at all. It's our attack speed that matters, our Witch Doctor's attack speed. Okay, we're using Zuni Mass's Cloth, the new Zuni's Pants, Intelligence, Vitality, Poison Dart damage. Again, try and get that Life After Kill on the secondary if you can. It's really good. Zuni Mass's Trial, Intelligence, Vitality, Armor, movement speed. Obviously, if you can get a pair that doesn't roll a resistance on the secondary, you can drop that movement speed and go with all res for just really tanky boots and get all your movement speed out of your Paragon points. And finally, we're going with Zunimasa's String of Skulls. Now, this is an old one. This is from before the Zuni's got 6-piece, so mine cannot roll 30% Fetish Army damage. So I am looking for a new one of these, but you're going to be looking for Intelligence, Vitality, Crit Chance, and then I'm thinking a 30% roll on the Fetish Army damage is going to outweigh the 15% Poison Dart damage. So that's kind of the roll you're looking for there, guys. So I'm definitely looking to upgrade that. Dagger of Darts, obviously. Mine is very nice, man. If it was ancient, it would just be baller. Just ridiculous. Try and go for 10% damage, intelligence, attack speed, socket, life after kill if possible. I know that's a little easier said than done, but I got pretty lucky on this roll. I rolled the socket off into attack speed and dropped a new one on with my last gift. Can't find any gifts lately. I don't know what's going on. I don't got any. But that's the Dagger of Darts. The Carnival, the other must-have for the build. Intelligence, Vitality, Crit Chance. This is an obvious must, guys. I'm not going to go into heavy detail why, obviously, because we've covered this build before. Rings. So here's where things give you a little bit of options, okay? So right now I'm using the new Covenant of Elements, which is super awesome. I haven't found one yet, but I was running with my buddy who plays Demon Hunter. He found two. He gave them both to me, so I don't have one with intelligence on it. It's totally possible to get one of these trifecta, by the way. So if you can get trifecta on this, attack speed, crit chance, crit damage, it's going to be freaking insane. And that's probably the ideal roll that you'd want to go for. But right now I just got Bite on mine, crit chance, crit damage. This thing is crazy. When it cycles around to poison, and it can roll up to 200, I believe, right? Yeah, up to 200% increased damage per single element for 4 seconds, and it just loops around. When it hits poison, the damage goes through the freaking roof. It's unbelievable. It's so good. This ring is amazing. If you don't have one, your other options are probably going to be the Unity. And if you are going Unity, you're going to want to go crit damage, crit chance with the elite damage, socket, no main stat. Or you can go Stone of Jordan, in which case you're going to want poison skills, crit damage, and elite damage. And another option as well is to go with Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose to get that extra Vite and crit damage as well. But you need a really nice Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose for that, and I can't find a good Compass Rose to save my life, so that one's out for me. Okay, let's, obviously we're running the Ring of Royal Grandeur. I'd like mine to be better, but it's not. You know what to go for on your rings, guys, come on. And now let's talk about the amulet, guys. Right now I'm using a Haunt of Vaxo. And if you can pull this combo off that I'm about to talk about, it's going to be really beneficial to you. Okay, Haunt of Vaxo is very good because it has summon shadow clones to your aid when you stun an enemy. This effect may occur every 30 seconds. The shadow clones, I've talked about this in previous videos, they will cast things that are not on your hotbar, like Grasp of the Dead, Haunt, Horrify. And that just gives you a bunch more CC and a little bit added damage, right? So this is a very, very good amulet to have. Particularly for this build because Snake to the Face stuns like all the freaking time. So also any amulet you're running, you're going to want to try and go for poison skills, crit damage, crit chance. That is going to be the best possible roll you can get. Okay guys, other options if you don't have a Haunt of Vaxo are the S of Johan, and again you'd want poison skills instead of the intelligence on this. S of Johan's really good because it acts almost like another Tornado, but it has a bigger range, just pulls things in periodically, and that's what you want with the Dagger of Darts. You want everything in a tight little group so you can just melt it. And of course a good immunity amulet's always going to be a good idea. Zypherian in particular, the lightning in higher end glyphs is just ridiculous. It's so bad. So if you have like a nice Zypherian with the elemental damage, crit chance, crit damage, you're going to be rocking it. You're going to have a much easier time in high-end glyphs. And then lastly, and probably the best choice for an amulet, is going to be a really good Hellfire with the elemental, crit chance, crit damage, and any one of the passives. And that is because if you can fit Gruesome Feast into this build with those other passives, your damage is going to be just ridiculous, and you're going to have just an amazing time. I've talked about this before, the worst luck when it comes to Hellfires. I've crafted so many and they're just all garbage. I've kept one out of hundreds that I've crafted. They need to change those. I think they should always roll with the socket, and then we might be able to start getting some good ones. But the combo I was talking about in terms of the amulet, if you have the ammies to pull it off, is to wear a Haunt of Vaxo on your Witch Doctor, and then drop in an S of Johan on your follower. So this is for if you're running solo, obviously, because he'll always be a little bit ahead of you attacking things, and he's able to proc the chance to pull enemies in on the S of Johan, and that kind of turns your follower into a Tornado of its own. So things are constantly getting pulled in on the Templar, and it very, very much helps you in terms of CC and keeping things in tight little packs. And that's the way I like to run it. Yeah, so that is the gear, guys. I'll quickly talk about the set pieces. Actually, you know what? We missed the Witching Hour. We're going to be running a Witching Hour belt, guys. Intelligence, attack speed, crit damage, and poison dart damage. Don't forget about that. Life after kill if you can get it. Very important. I know, man, this is a nice Witching Hour. So happy I have it. So the set bonuses, obviously we're running the Og Hills, man. The 3-piece pieces of Og Hills are just so good. They fit into so many builds. It's one of the best sets in the entire game, and it's craftable, so you can get your ancients on this pretty easy. You just have to have the mats to sink into it, guys. Okay, it's a really important piece to so many builds, this one in particular. And the Zuni set, guys, has changed, right? So our 2-piece now is your fetish army lasts until they die, which is awesome that that's a 2-piece. 4-piece, you and your pets take 2% less damage for every fetish you have alive. That's amazing. That's some amazing, amazing damage mitigation right there. Very, very good. I kind of would like that to be 4% though. Would be even better, even 3%. But you know what? It's so much better than it was before. So it's just like minor complaints. You know, I want everything to be better, 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 better. And then the 6-piece is what really rocks, guys. Enemies hit by your mana spenders take 275% more damage from your pets for 4 seconds. Oh my god. So when you're dropping Pronatos and you're dropping the acid clouds on enemies, it just, the damage coming off your pets, man, it just goes through the roof. It's insane. Griff Guardians in particular, like with this build, they just melt. It's not even funny. It's so enjoyable to just watch, like, anything over 45 Griff Guardian just melt at your darts. It's fantastic. And the last thing we'll talk about, guys, are the gems. We're running Enforcer. You really need to run Enforcer with this build. Getting in the high-end Griffs, you really need to make sure that your pets stay alive, obviously, because they're doing all your damage. They're doing all your damage with their darts. You need them to stay alive. Enforcer is a must. Simplicity, Strength. We've talked about this before. Increased damage of your primary skills. This does affect the darts coming off of your fetishes. This is a very big deal. And the secondary primary skills heal you for 2% of your maximum life on hit. So all those darts are healing you just a little bit, so it makes sustaining your life just a little bit easier, guys. And then lastly, we're running the Gogok of Swiftness. 92% chance on hit to gain Swiftness, increasing your attack speed by 1 second for 4 seconds. This effect stacks up to 15 times. And you get 1% cooldown reduction per stack, and it's the cooldown reduction that I really, really like. Obviously, the attack speed is great because the faster you're attacking, faster your pets are attacking, and you want your darts to be flying like crazy all the time. But the cooldown really, really helps with this build. Grave Injustice helps a lot, and then this stacking on top of it, there are times when everything can cool down very, very fast, and you'll be able to use your Slam Dance a lot quicker. So like before, when we've talked about this in the past, guys, this build is very centered around kind of placing yourself in the right situation at the right times. You really got to be aware of everything that's around you. You want to stay far enough away from the enemies that they're not going to be able to just overwhelm you, but not too far away that you're not going to get credit for cooldowns for kills for the Grave Injustice. You need to be close enough to soak that in, guys. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with where the build's going. I'm having a hard time, obviously, finding upgrades, but I'm pretty happy with how it's performing right now. I've been playing with it in groups as well, and my friends, who all said I was crazy ages ago when I said Dagger of Darts will one day be one of the strongest builds for Witch Doctor, they all disagreed with me and said I was nuts, and now they can't even believe how strong it is. They all want a Dagger of Darts Witch Doctor, and I can't blame them because it's freaking awesome. I was looking at the leaderboards today. They're one of the top 5 guys who's running Dagger of Darts, so that's cool. So yeah, we're going to take this as far as we can take it, guys. There's going to be some major changes in the gear, I'm sure, as we go. Maybe minor changes, but maybe major if I can get a Hellfire amulet. So yeah, we're going to take this as far as we can go with it. Like I said in the last video, I'm not going to put too much time into the season this season. Next season, Season 4, I'll probably get right into that, though. And this might be the way it goes for me. I'll probably do one season full on, next season I'll just get the unlocks, so on and so forth, because I don't want to neglect my non-seasonal stuff. That's, you know, that's my bread and butter. Those are my main guys, right? So there you have it, guys. This has been the first Dagger of Darts episode, I guess. This is going to be a little series, see how far we can take this bad boy. And I mean, we have all season long to really push ourselves on the leaderboards. This is when it's going to be easiest for us, because a lot of like the hardcore guys are going to be hardcoring it out on the seasons. So thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And oh, you know what? One other thing, guys. If any of you guys are playing Witch Doctor and you're down for group farming and item sharing and whatnot, you know, feel free to send me an invite. There's my information right there. Send me an invite, but in the body of the invite, you know, just make sure you say, you know, from YouTube, subscriber, or something like that. I'll add you immediately. And additionally, if you're interested, I do have my own clan. It's my clan, Legendary Ones. If you don't want to add me as a friend, but you're looking for a clan, search us up in the clan directory. Ask for an invite. I'll invite you. Join the clan. Have some good runs. Have some fun. And yeah. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your support. Later.